Hey everyone, welcome back. Have you ever heard of de-influencing? It is a new trend, not really new, but it's been making the rounds. It is basically when people come on the internet and give their honest opinion about hyped up products that maybe have been pushed by a bunch of influencers through brand campaigns, paid partnerships, stuff like that. And I love this because I think it is such a great, genuine thing to do online. It's helpful. It keeps us from spending too much money. You end up not buying things because someone told you to, but actually because they're good. And I thought I would pitch in, sort of do my part, but instead of de-influencing specific products, I thought I could de-influence whole categories of products. You guys know me, I love beautiful, fine, elegant things, but at the same time, I am completely against spending money on hype and hype alone. So without further ado, these are the fashion must-haves you do not need to splurge on. But before we start, let me just make a little announcement. I love making videos. I think it is so much fun. I love the community that we managed to create here. You guys are always so supportive, so nice. But I do miss one aspect of content creation that is related to writing, design, more magazine style content. So I thought that creative itch could be scratched through the creation of a newsletter. So I decided that I'll be sending out a monthly email. So I'm not going to be spamming your inbox. You can subscribe through the link that I'll leave in the description box below. And I'll just talk about fun things that maybe I don't get to cover on the channel, favorites, product edits. If I have any discounts from brands, I can leave them there. Journal type of stuff. I think it's going to be so much fun. Just another layer for sharing things that I love with you guys. So if you're interested, do subscribe, and if you want to see anything specific, leave them in the comments down below because I really do want to make it kind of made to measure for my audience. The first one will go out mid-May. This way I have an idea of how many people subscribe and you guys can help me out with the content that you want to see. And yeah, I'm really excited. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Back to the video. Number one, handbags. Starting off on a controversial note, but I do think that we have been tricked for way too long into thinking that having a designer bag is a life goal, as if that is going to automatically make us look more stylish, more wealthy, more interesting. And if you don't have a designer bag in your closet, you are just not it. You're not part of the club. You're not good enough. But if you're into a more quiet luxury, kind of discreet elegance type of aesthetic, I don't think that focusing on a very specific style, very specific design is key. I think it's way more important if you have something that looks high quality, something that looks well made, something that has beautiful proportions that will elevate your look. Fortunately, we do live in a time where a lot of new brands, niche brands, middle of the road priced brands are coming out with beautiful designs at a more accessible price. So you get two bonuses because you are getting that unique, one-of-a-kind design that not everybody has, but you're also getting a much better price tag for it. So win-win here. However, if your budget is very limited, and I do get it, I've been there, I know. But that is the time where you have to be even more specific, even more demanding, even more critical about what you actually choose to put your money into. So instead of just buying the first bag you see, be critical about the metals, about how the surface of a texture looks, how the bag closes, how it looks on your body, just so that you know that you're spending your money into something you're going to wear and that is going to make you look good. And And on this note, I would absolutely avoid anything that is a dupe of very famous designs, just because we don't want to be seen as wannabes. I think that really cheapens a look. So get a bag that is neutral, that is beautiful, that works with a lot of things in your wardrobe, and you're going to be okay. One area of bags that I think you can absolutely go the fast fashion route with no worries at all are raffia bags, beach bags, bucket bags, and sort of special occasion clutch bags. You get a lot of options at a fair price. These are bags that you're going to wear rarely, so it's not really worth to splurge on something like that. You're not getting your cost per wear. With raffia bags, the material is so cheap and you're just going to throw it on the sand when you're going to the beach. So please just think and think again before getting that Loewe, that Givenchy version. Maybe you don't really need it. Essentially, I think spending thousands of dollars on a bag should be a very thought out process, a very considerate decision. You shouldn't just flippantly walk into a Chanel and get out with $5,000 of debt, which I think now it's 8,000 or 10,000. Who can keep up? Don't feel pressured into thinking you need a Bottega Jodi or a Dior Settle. It's a nice touch, but absolutely not necessary. Number 2 is jewelry. I speak from experience here. I have a very vast collection of jewelry. You can see on my jewelry collection video right here. 99% of my collection is costume jewelry, either vintage or fast fashion. And I get compliments on them constantly. So don't feel like you need the Cartier Love bracelet, like you need the Tiffany T, like you need the Van Cleef Alhambra collection. You don't need it. Those are nice classic pieces that I'm sure will add value to your collection. But to me, honestly, they do not reach must-have status. Vintage costume jewelry from the likes of Coro, Trifari, Eisenberg, Monet, Castlecliff. These brands used to make such high quality costume jewelry with that more bold kind of statement design that really makes a difference in a look. So if you want to add to your collection, go on Etsy, go to antiques fairs and to vintage shops, and you will find amazing pieces. I also always try to show you some fast fashion finds because I do think that for the effect that you get, the price tags are unbeatable. But of course, with any other fast fashion purchase, you have to be selective, so be attentive to, again, the shades of the metals that you're getting, the size of the gems, how a piece closes, if it looks a little bit more high quality, a little bit more robust. But yeah, I do think that it is absolutely possible to have a beautiful jewelry collection without spending too much. Shirts. A shirt is an absolute essential in a wardrobe, and I think everybody should have one in their wardrobe, which is why I think saying that you need to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars in a shirt is almost undemocratic. I understand that a perfectly cut bespoke shirt in the most pristine of cottons has a price tag and has a cost of production. I absolutely get it. However, I don't think it's an essential you have to spend that much on, especially if you're looking for the more relaxed linen version of a shirt that will have sort of an oversized fit. There you can go straight to H&M, get yourself some beautiful linen because their linen is amazing, and call it a day. That more relaxed, laid-back style really allows you to be more flexible about where a seam falls, where the cuffs fall. You're going to roll it up, you're going to tie it around, so you don't have to be too picky. If you're talking about an Oxford white shirt that will be a little bit more fitted, then you can think about spending a little bit more. I think that is worth it. I do know that COS makes beautiful shirts, Arket makes beautiful shirts, but I won't tell you to buy before trying a bunch of them out. In this case, you do want to be considerate about where the seam is falling on your shoulder, the length of it, the buttons, the cuff. It can be too long, it can be too short. In this case, you need to be a little bit more specific. But again, you do not need to go to Carolina Herrera to find the beautiful, the perfect white shirt. And since this is a piece that will be in direct contact with your body, make sure to get it in 100% natural fabric. Like I said, 100% linen, a cotton, a beautiful poplin or a piqué, or 100% silk. I know silk shirts can be kind of expensive, but I think that the alternatives, the blends, the polyesters, the synthetics, they do look cheap. Not only is it not comfortable, because once you decide that you're throwing on a silk shirt, it's basically going to be the most breathable thing you'll ever wear, but it doesn't look right if it isn't silk. So budget for it, you just need one, but if you can't afford it, go with a linen or a cotton. Blazers, just like with shirts, I know that a made-to-measure, beautifully bespoke blazer is the purchase of a lifetime. There's nothing like it. But I do think that fast fashion and more accessible retailers are doing a great job into delivering well-designed, well-fitting blazers. You have to be selective to find the piece that fits your body. So be attentive to the shoulders, be attentive to the length of the blazer. Does it close properly? Does it look too tight around the bust area? Does it look floppy? Does it look kind of wonky? Details to always keep in mind. I should be paid to say this because I say it so often, but do not sleep on Zara blazers. They are so good. I've talked about them before. I myself have 3 of them in that sort of double-breasted style that is my favorite, and I wear them so much. And it's the type of blazer that I throw on and I'm not afraid to wear. I don't, save it for best. I just throw it on as, again, that third piece to give me structure, and it just solves a lot of fashion problems for me. Massimo Dutti also makes beautiful tailored pieces that look way more expensive than they actually are. So yeah, we do have a lot of options here. What I would avoid are those more relaxed fits, especially when it comes to fast fashion. They do them a lot also in kind of colorful, sort of pastel palettes that I think does not look as good. I would go for a linen option instead that can be a great ally for your office outfits. Throw it on with a beautiful shirt and looks commanding but still trendy. Or you can pair it with looks for a night out. So over a mini dress, or even with some beautiful palazzo pants, a more fitted top and some high heels, very chic. And speaking of going out, party dresses. No, I do not think you need to spend a small fortune in a little dress you're only going to wear once to look fabulous. You don't. Gone are the days when we had to go to an atelier to get a fabulous dress. With the current trends of rhinestones, embroidery, transparency, feathers, the lower price tag is almost hidden under all of that decoration. These are pieces that you will wear so rarely for such specific occasions. They're way more forgiving thanks to, again, the detailing, the embellishment, and you're probably gonna wear them at night when people are going out, having fun, having drinks, not caring if there's a thread or two out of place. But just to be on the safe, elegant side, I would avoid those numbers that are too colorful and those sort of satiny fabrics that are too skimpy, too short, too tight. If you're going for the feather look, which I love, not gonna lie, I think it's super glamorous, don't go for something that could be a big bird feather. Go for a more ethereal, light feather, more forgiving than any bodycon option. I think kind of draping and more dramatic silhouettes, even in neutral colors, can make such a beautiful, sophisticated effect. It's not obvious, it looks good on pretty much anyone. It will still be bold, it'll still catch people's attention, but in a good way. Also beware of the corset trend, because oh my god, how wrong can something go when that boning isn't right, when that cup isn't covering enough? Not worth the risk, in my opinion. And as usual, please wear proper undergarments. Even the most beautiful couture dress can get ruined by a visible panty line. Last but not least, sunglasses. Just like handbags. It's nice to have a designer option, but it's absolutely not necessary. It's every clean girl aesthetic dream. You have that very basic outfit, throw on a pair of Prada sunglasses, and you look like Bella Hadid or Hailey Bieber. But that is just not my style. I cannot just add a pair of Prada or Celine sunglasses and it makes me look good. It actually looks out of place on me. I love more feminine, classic combination, so that cool girl aesthetic doesn't really have a place in my wardrobe. So why would I spend 300 bucks on a pair of sunglasses that is not going to elevate my look? And you know, I'm very clumsy with my sunglasses. It's not even funny. I'll just throw them in my bag without a case on, and I'll throw keys over them, a wallet, phone. I'll just rumble across my handbag trying to find things, and they scratch, they break. So I just try and find alternatives, accessibly priced solutions that don't look too cheap, look a little bit more robust, a little bit more substantial, in a classic shape like a cat eye, and I call it a day. And who knows, maybe if I do have the budget and the peace of mind to spend that much on a pair of sunglasses, I'll just get a beautiful pair from Linda Farrell. I think she does a great job, but until then, H&M it is. And to wrap up this video really quick, I just want to point out a few things that I do think deserve a little bit more of your budget. Coats. Coats are big pieces. So not only a low quality, bad material coat will not serve its function of keeping you warm, it will look bad because it is so impactful. You know, it's basically 70% of your look. So if it looks low quality, if it doesn't fit you properly, if the material doesn't look very high end, it will show immediately. So do invest in 1, 2, maximum 3 very good quality coats, and you have yourself the perfect collection to battle winter. Shoes. Not talking about $700 Manolo Blahniks, even though that would be very nice, and hopefully that'll happen. But I am talking about spending more into shoes that not only will fit you properly, will be comfortable to walk on, but will take the biggest hit out of your whole closet. A bag lasts for decades. A coat lasts for decades. A good pair of shoes, if taken care of properly and preserved properly, will also serve you for decades. A bad pair of shoes will last you not even a season. Skincare. Not a fashion must-have, but I would say a life must-have. It's not as glamorous as makeup, it's not as fun as perfume, but your future self will thank you time and time again for shelling out the big bucks on good, effective, high-quality skincare. Knitwear. I'm not saying all of your knitwear collection has to be luxe, but for those very cold days, having something in a merino wool or having something in a cashmere not only will keep you warm, but will allow you to wear less layers. So you are still fuzzy, you're still warm inside, but you're not as bulky. It also looks really beautiful and is extremely soft to the touch, so it's very pleasant to wear. Trousers. Not everybody has this problem. I understand that some people are lucky. They can walk into a store, buy pants, and go out and be happy and merry and bright. I'm not that person. So if, like me, you have a finicky body type having pants made for you is a game changer. Get yourself some high quality fabric, find a seamstress or a tailor that you trust, and construct the perfect pair of trousers made just for you. This is it, everyone. I have a feeling this video is going to be very, very long, so I will not do a huge long outro. I will just thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you would like to see on the newsletter, and if there are any fashion must-haves that you don't think we should splurge on, and we'll see each other again next time. Bye bye.